Hello there, very good afternoon. You're joining Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. Starting with the headlines for this afternoon, protest marches by the university lecturers and students reach Colombo. Mahanayakas of the Malwa to Enaskiri chapter say they are ready to mediate the resolving of the university crisis. Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra addresses the United Nations General Assembly. Now to those stories in detail, the two protest marches by the university lecturers and students which began from Galle and Peradeniya respectively on Monday will conclude in Colombo today. The 5-day protest marches were held to draw attention to the issues in the higher education sector. The Federation of University Teachers Association commenced their protest march in Galle on the 24th. The march reached Moratuwa last evening, having made overnight stops in Ambalangoda, Alutgama and Kalutara. The protest march of the Inter-University Students Federation began on the 24th from Peradeniya. It reached Kelaniya last evening, having made overnight stops in Mavanella, Ambepusa and Nitambua. Both protests will reach Colombo today. The 5th day of the protest march by the university lecturers began from Moratuwa this morning. Various professionals and artists are also taking part in the march. Meanwhile, the protest march of the Inter-University Students Federation began from Kelaniya this morning. A large number of students are taking part in this protest as well. Moving on, the Mahanayakas of the Malwa to Enasgiri chapters have expressed their willingness to mediate in resolving the university crisis. The Mahanayakas point out that this issue must be resolved without delay for the sake of the future of the children. The Mahanayaka of the Asgiri chapter, Most Venerable Udugama Sri Buddha Rakita Thera, and the Mahanayaka of the Malwatu chapter, Most Venerable Tibbotuave Sri Sumangala Thera have stated this in a letter addressed to the Minister of Higher Education and the Federation of University Teachers. The Mahanayakas point out that no solution has been reached for the past 3 months with regards to the university crisis. Still in your local news, Minister Rajatha Senaratne says that he is totally opposed to the current electoral system. He stated this at a function yesterday.
Today what happens is not an election but a robbery. I oppose this electoral system in Parliament. Today we have lost 2 lives. The UNPA killed another UNPA and the SLFPA went on and killed another SLFPA. The draft bill was twice submitted to Parliament and now it is to be presented for the 3rd time.
Moving on, the Water Supply and Drainage Board has decided to remove all public water taps from tenement settlements in Colombo. Deputy Chairman of the board, Gamini Gunaratne, stated that no income is received for 49% of the water supply to Colombo. He stated that the board loses on the income as various individuals change their water meter readings and also illegally tapped water lines. He added that as most of the public water taps are in a dilapidated state, water leaks continuously, adding to the losses. Moving on, Minister of Transport Kumar Velgama says that no one can stop the importation of 3,000 new buses for the SLTB. The minister expressed this view at an event in Addis Ababa yesterday.
An event was held under the auspices of the Minister of Transport to mark the adding of 4 more new train power sets to the Kalani Valley Railway line yesterday. General Manager of Railways BTA Arya Ratna and other officials attended the event.
The
CTB has only 2,500 buses that are 7 years old. All the others have been in operation for the past 15, 20 or 30 years. 3,500 buses are required. Are we to keep repairing these old buses? The CTB is provided 510 million rupees each month for its operations. What we want is to add 3,000 new buses to replace the 3,500 old buses. Some members of the private bus associations are saying that they will not allow us to do so and that they will go on strike. I told them we will bring down these buses. How else can we provide a decent service?
අපි ස්ට්‍රයික් කරනවා. මම නම් කව බම්බු ගහපන්. මම බස් ටික ගේනවා. එහෙම නැතුව අපි කොහොමද හොඳ සේවාවක් දෙන්නේ?
Still in a local news, Minister of Private Transport Services C.B. Ratnayaka says that a cabinet paper has been submitted to tighten the punishment for buses operating without a permit. The minister noted that a 2-year imprisonment or a fine of 200,000 rupees will be introduced as punishment for this offence. Still in a local news, the Ministry of Health says that there has been a significant decrease in the stray dog population in the country. Deputy Health Services Director of the Ministry's Public Health Unit, Dr. Sarath Amanugama, said that as a result, the number of rabies fatalities has seen a significant decline. He went on to say that while 53,000 dogs have been neutered this year, they hope to increase this figure to 75,000 by the end of the year. Meanwhile, patron of the anti-rabies campaign, Dr. Chamit Nanakara, said that with the decrease in stray dogs, the number of people hospitalized with dog bites has also declined. The Ministry of Coconut Development has stated that it aims to uplift the coconut industry to surpass Brazil, who is currently ranked fourth in coconut production. Secretary to the Ministry, Somavira, stated that currently Sri Lanka is ranked 5th in the world in coconut production. Indonesia, Philippines, India, Brazil and Sri Lanka have secured the top 5 positions so far in coconut production. S. Somavira stated that the expected production of coconut for this year is around 2,800 million. He added that production reached 2,400 million by August. He went on to say that this is exceeding the expected coconut production. On to sports now, starting with cricket. The New Zealand women's cricket team wrapped up a 22-run win against their South African counterparts in a Group B encounter of the ICC Women's World 2020 Championship today. Put into bat first at the Galle International Stadium, New Zealand posted 151 for 5 in their allotted 20 overs. Although the Kiwis lost 2 early wickets thanks to the efforts of Suzanne Bernardi, Sophie Devine and Francois Mackay resurrected the innings. Sophie top scored with a half-century, ably supported by Francis, who made 49 runs. Dan van Niekerk picked up 2 wickets for 29 runs for South Africa. In reply, South Africa's Dane van Niekerk made an unbeaten 34 runs and Alison Hodgkinson contributed 31 runs. But with Nicola Brown taking 3 wickets for 13 runs and Erin Birmingham ending with 2 for 21, South Africa were restricted to 129 for 9 in 20 overs. Moving on, still in cricket, captain of the Sri Lanka cricket team Mahela Jayawardene states that his team will build on the momentum gained from their win against New Zealand yesterday in the first match of the Super 8 round of the World 2020. Jayawardene expressed this via a post-match press conference held last evening at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium.
Game. If you lose a good game of cricket, that's fair enough. I think credit to the New Zealand boys as well. They played a really, really good game. And I think we really had to scrap ourselves to get into this situation. That the Super 8 is going to be like that. There will be some close games. We just need to somehow find a way and win those little situations and get these points. Quite happy with the effort with all the boys. Everyone chipped in. It was tough for Thirimana to go in that last over when we needed runs. It was a tough shot he played as well, so that showed the character in our unit, so hopefully we can build on that.
I think I still backed ourselves to win the game. I thought they went with a bowler heavy attack. I thought having probably only 5 specialist batters with a few all-rounders put in there, that if we can get the big guns out, get the Mahelas, the Dilshans and the Sangakaras out there, we can put pressure on their youngsters, and we did that. We put them under pressure. We fought ourselves into the game. A lot of teams wouldn't have got themselves into that situation, so proud of the team how we fought back, but yeah, just weren't good enough.
Moving away from cricket, Mangala Samarkona of the Sri Lanka Army won the men's rifle shooting event at the National Shooting Championship, while Ruvini Abemana of the Nigambo Sports Club won the women's pistol shooting event.
The 2012 National Shooting Championship was held at the Navy Shooting Field in Valisara. 100 men and women competed in the air rifle and pistol shooting events. Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutgamage presented the awards at the shooting championship. Suranga Fernando of Magnum Sports Club won the award for the best shooter in the pistol shooting event. M. Madhushani of Sri Lanka Air Force was the overall champion in the women's rifle shooting event. Hannah Dent of the Magnum Sports Club won the junior title in the air shooting event. The Sri Lanka Army walked away with the overall champions title at the 2012 National Shooting Championship.
Well, with that we conclude our lunchtime news bulletin for this afternoon. I'm Aaron Rajaratnam for News First.